Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's episode, what movie are we going to be discussing, buddy?
We are covering 2016's Hush, directed by Mike Flanagan.
Ooh, this movie is available on Netflix for free for all of you people that have Netflix. We're excited to cover this one.
Yeah.
What do you want to let the fans know, bud?
As always, like and subscribe on YouTube. Also available on Spotify, Anchor, Google, and Apple.
Yes.
Also find us on Instagram, J Squared Horror Podcast, link tree in the bio. New episodes every Thursday.
That was the closest one we've done yet.
Yeah, that was pretty close. You just can't time it right.
No, never. It's impossible. Hush, Netflix. If you haven't seen it yet, pause this, go watch it, come back to us. It's a really, really good movie. It's a home invasion horror flick that it has a deaf mute woman as the lead who is being attacked. It's crazy.
Yeah. The one complaint, I'm going to get it out super early.
Get it out early, bro.
That I have about this movie is, why does she not have the sensor lights?
Like the turn on, turn off outside lights?
Yeah.
She's probably never thought of it before. Like she's secluded. She has nice neighbors. I don't think she was even slightly concerned about what unfolded in this movie. It's always, I guess, in the back of your head, but she's from the city. She figured that was the worst of the worst.
Yeah, but having that city lifestyle,
you should prepare.
Be better prepared for it.
My biggest complaint about this movie is
what?
They took the killer's mask off entirely too soon.
What?
Yeah. Why do you have to take off the mask?
Why not?
Because it's stupid. Like, why? I mean, yeah, she wrote in lipstick, I haven't seen your face. My boyfriend's coming home, and then he takes off the mask for the rest of them. The mask was cool.
Yeah, because
it was creepy. It was awesome. I love the blank face look with the beanie and the way he looked when he first showed up at the house. Like, it was scary.
Well, I mean, because he knew she literally can tell no one.
Yeah, I know, but still, come on, directors, put that thing back on.
And he assumed he was going to kill her anyway.
Yeah, but you're killing all your victims. You have that mask on most of the time.
Yeah, because they can't, describe what he looks like with the mask on, but they verbally could do so. She cannot.
What?
Yeah. So he keeps the mask on with the other victim because if they were to escape or whatever, they can describe what he looks like.
No, she literally couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they can read signs. There's people that can read signs in the police stations.
Okay. So let's say she called 911.
Yeah.
How would that go?
I mean, she did at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but she initially saw the dude call 911 from her cell phone. How would that work?
I mean, I guess they would have to show up, and she'd have to be like, "Yeah, this kind of mask was at my house."
You want her to say that?
Or she fucking dude, come on, she would sign it.
I mean, that's assuming they can resign.
I mean, they'd have to bring somebody there that could read sign, but there's got to be somebody in the department that can read sign.
There's no time.
Oh, come on.
It's an emergency.
It's not an emergency.
It's not an emergency.
Depending on what part of the movie he got caught at,
Okay, all right. It's not an emergency at all. Then why'd you call?
Yeah, what are you calling for? Nothing but
and
silence.
Just signing, holding the phone.
That's fucked up, dude. That's so messed up.
All right, my bad.
I hope we don't have any deaf fans out there.
Oh, I hope not.
They couldn't listen to us anyway.
See?
Oh, we're in trouble.
All right.
We're in trouble. All right. Sorry. That was very insincere on both of our parts.
This is our last episode.
Oh gosh. No. In all seriousness, this lead character is one of the. She's a top tier final girl.
Okay.
She's really good.
Sure.
Everything she has against her. I mean, she can't hear. And the guy knows this.
Mm-hmm.
He figured that shit out pretty quickly.
Yeah, he banged on the window, the
and just
door.
looking at her while she's cleaning the dishes. Yeah, while he's literally stabbing the neighbor multiple times in the back.
Yeah, nothing.
But she's very, very tough, you know, in some parts. A lot of parts she's kind of stupid. But
you think so?
Yeah. Okay, so the one part where I feel like she's dumbest is when the guy neighbor comes.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I get the part because you're so worried. Like, when she bangs on the glass, and that's what gets him stabbed. Because he had it figured out. He had the drop on the dude.
He did.
So to paint this scene, if you guys haven't seen this yet, and you guys just want to listen for content, the neighbor guy shows up, is banging on the door, obviously to no answer. She was hiding, and the killer came around acting like a cop. And he was doing an okay job until, you know, the guy was pretty smart. He's the smartest guy in the movie, honestly, other than the killer. And he is like, hey, I'm new. I'm a new deputy. I lost my gun, my badge, my walkie. The guy just hit me in the head, knocked me out. I don't know what's really going on, but somebody made a call and I got dispatched out here. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, oh, okay, here, you can use my phone to call. And he's like, how long's Calvary going to be? He's like, 10, 15 minutes. All right, so far, so good. Like, somewhat believable. Yeah. Then he notices the bandage, you know, on the arm when he got hit by the hammer. And he's like, okay, that's a little fishy. Yeah. And then when he asks for his phone back, because the guy just slyly slides it in his pocket, when he pulls the phone out, the earring falls. And he's like, ding, ding, ding. Yeah. That's my girlfriend's earring. Who's the girl that got killed that we just talked about. And he's like, oh, there's a key, I think, hidden under this thing over here. And he's like, yeah, just right down here. And he grabs a rock. He's walking up, like real casual, you know, not freaking out. I mean, his breathing's okay. I mean, it was impressive. And then fucking girl comes, bung, 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 and he looks and right in the neck. But he still doesn't stop fighting.
No, he doesn't.
Gets the dude in a chokehold. If he's in that chokehold, I am bolting. I am gone.
Yeah.
I'm never looking. I'm hobbling because I think was this pre or post injury?
This post injury.
Post leg injury?
But I feel like, yeah, she's watching what's happening. You see he's got him down.
I'm gone.
Run.
Yeah. Or I'm going in for the final kill.
But then you saw when she had like her...
That doesn't count. That little vision?
Yeah.
That's stupid. She went out some other door.
I mean, she's still outside.
Yeah, but she wasn't even sure. Like, so in that part, like, yeah, I wish that was the end of the movie, first of all. But
that's a terrible ending.
I digress.
You wish that was the end of the movie?
Dude, like 35-minute movie.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, I would have loved it.
Yeah,
that would just
bashing her fucking brains in.
Yeah, and then he's like on to the next house. Perfect movie for me.
Killed 3 people, left.
Yeah. That's all I need.
Okay.
I want the killers to win. I don't always want these, victims to win. But you're talking about that scene in which she has a vision, her running off, she gets her head bashed in by a rock, and I get that. But if she would have just ran to the current situation at hand, she could have killed him easily. He was getting choked. The other guy had him fully controlled. Because the size difference between these two guys, the killer even mentioned it. Like, there's a 2 in 10 chance I win this fight.
Yeah.
But I got you. If she would have just ran up to him, obviously there's got to be a knife somewhere in that situation because he just stabbed the dude in the neck.
Yeah.
Or you can grab a bolt, whatever. There's got to be a weapon around somewhere. The rock, and I wouldn't have stopped until that guy wasn't moving. It was a big, big, big missed opportunity on her part.
Okay.
Once again, super short movie. Still would have loved it. How do you feel that they did with the whole purpose of this movie of the deaf person being attacked? Did it freak you out at all? Was it good?
Yeah, because the thought that you can't hear, or speak, well, what's going on around you is terrifying. And my whole thought process was when she was like outside on the roof or running around and everything, you can't hear the noise that you're making.
Yeah, you're loud as shit.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah,
she's like walking across the gutter. It's like,
yeah, right.
Dude, you can't hear doesn't mean the noises aren't happening.
True,
but I mean,
also she was almost like a superhero in some type of situations, to where the fact that she couldn't speak and couldn't hear, she had to use what's that movie? Daredevil?
Yeah, like vibrations and stuff. Yeah.
She had to use her surroundings and vibrations to like fight back.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
You know what I also wanted? In the scene where she's hiding under the deck in the crawl space, and she's like sitting there feeling he's walking around.
Yeah.
I wanted him to just stab her through the hand. I know.
I mean, she got her hand mangled.
Dude, I was just about to get to that part. Speaking of hand injuries. Ouch.
Yeah.
After, I'm pretty sure, the whole... No. He was about to kill the cat? Yeah, he was about to kill the cat.
Okay.
After the whole, he killed the neighbor thing. The cat walks, she has a cat that you see a couple times in the movie. And he's like... Are you her cat? Looks at the tag and is like, you're going to look great nailed to her front door. And then she shoots him with the crossbow in the shoulder. Hell of a shot. I don't know if you ever shot a crossbow.
I've not.
It's crazy. Hey, the cocking of this weapon, done very well in this movie. It's damn near impossible for people that aren't used to it or strong enough to understand that typically a crossbow is like 90 to 120 pound pull. So you have to put your foot in that little thing like she does, but you have to like stand on it and then fully pull it. I have a crossbow. It's in my closet. It's insane. So that part was really cool. They did that part very well. And it hurt your hands like just like she was doing in the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
But when she shoots him with the crossbow, and he takes it like a champ. This dude's tough.
He is tough.
Because obviously he's got mental issues, why he's a serial killer, but he's taken a hammer to the arm and gotten shot by a crossbow, and not to mention fallen a couple times. Dude's gotten roughed up pretty good.
Yeah.
But she runs and like drops the crossbow or something. Something happens where her hand gets left outside the sliding glass door, and he just curb stomps her hand. And like usually in scenes like that, like the person will just take their hand away and be like, you know, because it hurts a lot. You know, hand injury. Anybody that's ever had any type of broken finger or hand injury knows it. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 9.5. Well, she got a hand curb stomped. But then they show the mangled digits.
Yeah.
Where it's like her ring fingers like pointing in another direction. And once again, like because she's mute, like she doesn't actually, it's crazy. She doesn't actually scream. She'll make some noises, but she's like, it gets the door closed, thankfully, locks it. But her hand is just a jumbled up digits.
Yeah.
It is brutal. I was going to ask you, based off of that, what was because there's not kills really in this movie, but what was your favorite injury or thing that happened to somebody in this movie? Like real or make believe, because I like the visions, but what do you think?
I would say, the scene in the bathroom, where I think it's the scene where she's like kneeled down or something.
Oh, right before the end.
And he's like behind her.
Yeah. He comes through a window.
But I think he like breathes or does something.
Well, he was talking.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. You can see, I mean, yeah, she's deaf, right? Like, we get that.
Yeah.
She's deaf and mute. Cool.
Yeah.
But the cockiness did not just finish the job.
Yeah.
He says something and then takes a breath and breathes on the back of her neck.
Felt it.
Which makes her duck somehow perfectly in the anti-direction of the thrust of his knife.
Don't know how she did that.
I'll take it.
Which comes into the whole superhero thing.
Yeah, she definitely has some senses that obviously us normal folk aren't used to.
Yeah.
You know, that's a real thing. Like that, you know, she clearly knows some stuff that I don't. I would have gotten stabbed right in the back of the neck. And I was giving up. She's passing out too. Like, it was brutal. She had already been through everything. That she'd been shot in the leg, mangled up hand. You know, the mental torment that she's been through this entire movie. But yeah, so that part, when she's when she gets cut or when she stabs him?
When she stabs him.
Oh yeah, because she comes around and gets him in the like knee. Well,
the mangled hand thing. Is that just like a Mike Flanagan thing? Do you remember he directed Dr. Sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And when she has her hand stuck in the thing.
And it peels out, dude. Yeah. Oh, my God.
That could be like his
That could be like a little signature just in like there. He likes... maybe something happened to him at some point or he saw something. But, dude, those are two of the most brutal hand injuries I have ever fucking seen in movies.
Yeah, she pulls her hand on the...
Oh, and Dr. Sleep, it peels the... And it's like the actresses that play those characters, Rose in that one, and then the lady in this one, they do a really good job of acting out the pain. Because, like I said, anybody that's had, like, if you cut your finger, like that shit sucks. If you shut your finger, I once went to listen to this shit. You want to hear something funny?
What?
A little side story here, but it's kind of relevant. Me and my girlfriend at the time were going to make some homemade pizzas, right? We get to Food Line, get out the car. I was a gentleman. I always open the door for my girl at the time.
That's nice.
I go to shut the door, finger in the door. Hurts real bad. We go buy our pizza products. I get in the car and I'm like, this ain't cool. This hurts. Scale of 1 to 10, 20, right? All I did was shut my finger in a 1991 Toyota Paseo. Nothing nice, nothing fancy, just struggling, right? I go to the ER. Yeah, 16. Man, right? Tough guy. Nah, bro. This thing had a heartbeat. I thought it was broken in every level. Every single bone in my finger was shattered. I go to the ER, right? Yeah, I'm sitting in there with people dying. Literally. Dude had a heart attack near me. Ladies hacking up along. This is pre-COVID, way before COVID. So we're all just hanging out, no masks, chilling. All the funk you could imagine in one room of screaming children. So I get to the x-ray, right? They x-ray my hand. There's a guy standing there with a sling on, right? So, of course, we're shooting the shit.
Yeah.
He's like, what happened to you, bro? I was like, man, I shot my finger in a car door. What happened to you, bro? He's like, I got shot. I'm standing in an ER because I got a boo-boo on my finger. And this motherfucker got shot. And he's standing there talking to me.
Yeah.
He got shot through the shoulder. He was getting x-rayed. And he's just standing there with the guy that shot his finger in a car door. So if that shows you how tough I am, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tough as nails. You better watch out.
Yeah, I don't like going to the ER for anything.
No, it's the worst place in the world.
That's like I had an ingrown fingernail.
Yeah, those happen.
And the side of my finger had it was swole like super intensely.
Yeah.
Pain unbearable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I shut my finger in a car door, dude. 10 out of 10.
I had a heartbeat in my finger.
Yep.
I got up middle of the night. I took some tweezers. I'll just poke it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. I went and grabbed a book.
Dude, don't tell me you did
Yeah.
Did you?
And I literally laid my hand on the counter by the sink. Had the book in the other hand.
And you just...
I shut my eyes. I counted 2. I only doing 3. I always counted 2. That's always counted 2 because of Ghostbusters. But anyway,
okay.
It's like go on 2, 1, 2, and then you go. Anyway,
yeah. I
took that book, and slammed it down on my hand as hard as I could.
Yeah.
You heard I lift that book up. Everything that was in my finger was
now out.
I just wrapped it up. Took 2 ibuprofen, went to bed.
How old were you?
31. This just happened. This is recent.
This is that recent?
Yeah.
When did it? What? I thought you were like a kid.
No, I was an adult making these bad choices.
That's not a bad choice. You saved yourself a couple bucks at the ER and the disgusting ER visit.
And I just slammed it down on my...
Oh, man, that's gross.
Yeah.
I'm trying to place where you did that in your house.
In the bathroom.
Oh, I thought you said a bookshelf.
No.
You said book.
I got the book,
yeah. But immediately my head went to my little stand I have
in the bathroom. Just I had to do it.
You just wrapped it up, took some pills, and went right to sleep.
Right to sleep.
Yeah. You're a man. I shut my finger in a car door and got an x-ray with the guy that got shot. I think that for this movie in particular, obviously it's scary.
What was your favorite kill?
My favorite injury?
Kill or injury, yeah.
Well, there's only three kills.
Hypothetical kills.
I gotta say, well, the neighbor guy, that was rad.
Yeah,
like like he's a really fit individual.
Yeah, he is.
Like you can tell, and that's like I said, the killer even says like I had a 2 out of 10 chance of beating you. And ultimately the smarts won and distraction. But as soon as the guy gets distracted, stabbed him in the neck really quick. But the way they did it in the movie was damn near perfection.
Yeah.
Because the actor, I don't know who he was. I'm sure, you can look it up on IMDb, but he plays that like confused, injured, but still on a mission. Like, this dude was like SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, I don't know. This guy looked like, a very in shape average Joe. But when, man, he gets stabbed, he's still on his mission, still going to attack. I mean, I guess, that injury / kill was my favorite because of, like, the whole lead up and then finale to his amazing 5 minutes of character arc.
Yeah.
I mean, you only got to know the guy for a second, but you fell in love with him. You felt bad for him. And like the quickness and the actor's portrayal of that injury was, other than the hand, that was very, very good. Because like I imagine your adrenaline would continue your mission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously you hear it in crazy, car accidents or police or, anybody in the military. Like there's crazy shit that happens all the time with injuries.
It's so crazy that adrenaline can do that. Can you imagine lifting up a car?
No, but I've heard, a mom of 4 has been able to lift up a minivan.
Yeah.
It's insane. Insane. I saw a video online one time where a group of a motorcyclist got in an accident and these group of people were able to lift up a bus. A fucking bus. I saw it. It was insane. Now, granted, it was like 20 people, but they got it up just enough to get the guy's leg out. But yeah, adrenaline's crazy, but it's Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
This guy, he's got something.
Yeah,
he's got an eye
that
shouldn't go unmentioned. He's done amazing work. I mean, obviously his wife is the main actress.
Yeah,
he uses her a lot, but her roles are always very, very good. She's a very versatile actress. But to do what you did with even these side smaller characters, like the neighbor that gets killed, her death was very well. The neighbor guy that gets killed, his death was very well. Very minuscule parts, but very good acting and very good portrayal of both. And the killer played this just cocky, I think he had etching on his crossbow. You would imagine is how many people he killed. And I want to say it was around 12 people.
Yeah, the tally marks on there.
Yeah, the Roman, or whatever you said.
Tally mark.
Yeah, thank you, tally marks. My brain was like, Italian mark. What the hell are you saying? Yeah, the tally mark. But yeah, I think it was 12. What did you say it was 12? It was 5, 5, 1, and 1.
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Either 12 or 13, but that's a lot of kills. That's a lot of fucking kills. And I don't think he just counted the ones he just got. I don't think he etched them yet. So the dude's up near around 14 kills.
Sure.
But it's the whole predator versus prey thing. It's the this is the first time that a malicious killer got to have this much fun with his prey, I think. And
yeah, because he took full advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily killed her.
And he said that.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I could have killed you a couple of times.
I'm just going to toy with you.
I'm going to toy with you until you want to be dead.
Yeah.
Like, once you want me to kill you, I'll think about coming in this house.
That's crazy.
There's nothing going to stop me. One of my favorite parts of the movie. So you're talking about the roof scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
speaking of that roof scene, when he, I guess, shot an arrow.
Oh, the Matrix move?
Yeah.
That she pulled off, dude.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I mean, it doesn't look fake. Clearly, she can. I don't know if that was a stunt double or what, but dude, that was perfect. But he thought that she got hit.
Lean back that quick?
Because that's the only reason you're going up there like that. I mean, tosses the crossbow first.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah,
I'm never letting go of my weapon.
That's dumb.
That's rookie move, Mr. 12 kills.
Yeah.
All right. It's hard to tell who you're killing. Ladies home alone. Yeah, you punk.
Yeah.
I mean, she did write coward later on in the movie after sticking her finger in the wound and shit. But and that'll do it. I think, you know, that part. But first, the roof scene. I don't know why I'm so excited to talk about this, but check this shit out. So she, you know, that everything that Jake just said happened, but it's kind of like a chase down to get back in the house. And the upstairs window that she chose to go out. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I don't know if you're familiar, but there's a crank window. I used to have those at my grandparents' house. And they're the slowest fucking windows in the world. So the fact that she was able to close that thing that quick. So at my grandparents' house, they were all stripped. So you'd start cranking that thing and the fucking handle would pop off. Dude, I would have been dead. Like, guaranteed. She must have had the greatest crank windows known to man, because she's able to crank that thing closed real quick. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man.
All right, cool.
It's a memory that popped up into my head. And I know that if it was my grandparents' house in that same scenario, I'm dead because they popped off all the time. You'd have to use a wrench. Windows. You'd have to use a wrench to close that bitch.
So it pops off. Yeah. Me go running up a wrench.
Hold on. Don't come in yet. Let me get my adjustables. Where's the C-clamp? I don't know tools that well, but yeah, you know. But yeah, window knowledge for you guys. Note to self: never have crank windows when you think you might die, because the handle could pop off.
You're fucked after that.
Fucked. It was cool because, like, the timing of this movie too, like some of the things that happened, like it was always it kept you on the edge of your seat. And I think Flanagan does a really, 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 really good job of that, of keeping you. Whoa, he almost got in, you know.
Yeah,
like that window scene. Like
they were playing a scene. He was like right there.
Another cool scene was the when he used the body of the dead girl to tap on the window. I thought that was a sweet touch.
That was weird.
Hey man,
it wasn't weird like it was like creepy type. It's weird like why are you doing that?
Yeah, he's just it's toying with her.
It's clear she's dead.
Yeah.
But she didn't know. Need to do that?
She didn't know that she was dead yet.
Just look outside and see how he's holding her. And dude, what, you think she's like? What? I don't know.
Maybe he knew she would feel the vibrations or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't hear it happening. I can't hear it happening.
Yeah, why are you tapping on? I mean, she saw the shadow, which is what made her look.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. There's something about that situation where I'm just sit right there.
Yeah.
You know? He's either going to come in that window or he's going to come in the door you barricaded.
Something that caught my eye was earlier on in the movie when she's talking to her, was it sister?
I imagine it's her sister, yeah.
Yeah. And she asked her, you know, who was that?
Yeah, what was that behind you?
Yeah, I thought I saw someone. No. I saw someone behind you. Call 911. Like now.
But she immediately says it was her cat. So you being like, oh, okay, well, you have a cat that jumped around in the background.
I said, nope, that was not a cat.
Well, she didn't see it. It was a shadow, probably.
Yeah, but you know what a cat looks like.
Have you ever used FaceTime on a computer?
I have not, but I have seen a cat shadow and a human shadow.
I just think, you know, it's hard to tell sometimes on those, you know. Apple products are great, but they're not perfect.
They are great.
They are great. I swear by my Apple products, but you know, that also, man, like the start of this movie with the pictures that, you know, he took of her. She reacted very slowly though. She like looks over. I'm like, no, I'm quick moving. If motherfuckers got pictures of me sitting in my own damn house by my own phone number. Huh?
Yeah. You should react.
I'm not going to be
react a little faster than slow. That. Yeah.
It'd be like me editing an episode of the podcast and then me like, oh, Josh's iPhone sent me pictures of me sitting at my desk. No, dude, I'm out that situation.
Yeah. You're reacting quickly and you're running out.
All right. So how'd you feel about the finale, the battle royale between the predator and the prey?
So my only issue with that is,
what you got?
For whatever reason, when they like show small things like that, was it corkscrew or something?
Yeah.
When they show it early on or right before, wherever they showed it, and it seems like it's nothing, then it comes back in the very end to be like the thing that kills them. Yeah. I hate that.
You hate that?
I hate that.
Interesting.
I feel like it's such a, I don't know, it's a minor thing to show a corkscrew.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. But when that thing is ultimately the thing that saves your life, it takes me out of it.
Yeah.
It seems so unrealistic.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like a bit of foreshadowing that like directors will use.
Yeah. I know it is, but I'm just not a fan of that. Yeah,
but for guys that look at the movies like we do, especially it's not our first watch. For me, it wasn't even it was my third.
Yeah.
We're coming at these movies a lot more critical than we would in the beginning. So I think like the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, okay. Or at least most people. I'm not going to speak for you because you might hate it first go.
I do hate it because so for example, Friday the 13th, part 2. Jenny, her character is a child or some type of psychiatrist. They mention it super quick, and then she used that at the end to.
Oh yeah,
like dude, like stop.
Yeah,
I hate that.
But you've studied that movie. I'm sure the very first time you watched it, it wasn't like the rage you get now.
I wasn't rage. I was like, I just don't like that. It doesn't make sense. You didn't make it a big enough thing.
Yeah,
for me to remember it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, okay.
Because what, she like drop it in the beginning of the movie or something?
No, her boyfriend does. Oh, you mean the
corkscrew? Yeah.
So it's not
talking about Friday the 13th.
I thought we were. No. Okay, but but it's not something that's like important.
Yeah.
So as the movie goes on, I'm not thinking about that fucking corkscrew.
But like, there's movies like Shaun of the Dead where like you look at the plan that he wrote out when he was drunk, and that ends up being the way the movie progresses. Like stuff like that's cool. But I guess like a random, like if I dropped, my cup and it broke at the beginning of the movie, and that's a piece of glass I end up stabbing you in the neck with later to live. I get that, man.
It's like no one's thinking about that.
I just think we do come at movies a lot critically, especially coming off the last episode. We're at least I was quite the critic.
What? Because of Jared Leto?
The whole movie, and that director. But then you give me this beauty that I get to take a lot of credit to give a lot of credit to Mr. Flanagan. Who he's not perfect, okay?
Well, yeah,
he's not.
No movie is perfect. Besides,
don't say it. But no, this movie is a very enjoyable watch. Very scary the first time you watch it. And obviously, the more you watch it, you kind of expect the things that happen. But even still, I was very intrigued. How'd you feel? Were you still into it? Was it a movie that still kept you?
The good thing about this movie is the number one thing it does is it builds suspense
beautifully. And with suspense equals fear equals a great horror flick.
And whether it's scenes where you're seeing it from her point of view, where you can't hear anything.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that. Cool.
Or scenes where you can hear everything.
Yeah.
It still builds that suspense up.
When they give you that silence with a little bit of ringing and like just the muffledness.
Yeah.
Like the sound editor, mixer, whatever they're called in this movie, did a great job.
I agree.
Because they don't overuse it, which is huge in a lot of movies. You don't like the whole movie, we didn't have to sit there and like not hear. Because she's deaf.
Yeah, because
like, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Like I watched a movie one time that was a full POV like action movie. I almost felt sick. I was like, give me a damn break. This guy can't jump off of trains this many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just happy that like the team that did this movie decided to do it the way they did. So yeah, I gotta ask, man, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate 2016's Hush?
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, that's a good rating because I'm going to follow that right up with an 8.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I enjoy it. There's obviously some things that like, very few movies get above an 8 for me, but this movie's very good. Like we had already mentioned, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's scary. Come listen to the episode. We're all over the place. We will spoil this thing. We spoiled it right out the gate, not even like 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out, man. It's a fun movie. Anything else? You got any fun facts this week?
Yeah.
You don't have like a Flanagan one locked unloaded?
No, the only thing that I have was what I know is about the hand thing.
That was cool. I never even picked up on that. But the two of the most brutal hand injuries I've ever seen.
That's all I got there, guys.
Yeah, no, it's still cool. And I mentioned the fact that it's his wife that plays a lot of the roles.
Which I think that's pretty cool too.
I thought so too. If you don't know,
something like Rob Zombie does.
Yeah, but no offense to Miss Sherry Moon Zombie. There's tiers of actors and actresses in Hollywood.
I will agree.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
There are movies for each of them, and I feel like they each use their wives very well in the roles they choose. Because I do. I love Sherry Moon Zombie and a lot of the things she's in, but, actress to actress wise, it's like, all right, she plays the same fucking character in like every movie. And Flanagan's wife doesn't. The fact that I'm kind of irritated that I know the guy's names, but I don't know the girl's name in this movie. I cannot think of the actress's name. Whatever.
You thought long and hard.
I did. I really did. Well, my brain was like, dude, I've absolutely got nothing. Megan? No, I don't know. Heather? No, that's not it. I just started playing different like horror names in my head. Thank you guys for always listening in to the J Squared Horror Podcast. Big shout out to our supporters, Jeff Balance, who does our design work, Lucky Riggs, who does our intro and outro music, Trademark Printing, who does all of our printing needs. A big shout out to Jerry's on Indian River. We are doing a horror trivia there on September 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. We are very, very excited to be doing another trivia night, especially at a cool spot like Jerry's. Big shout out to all the bartenders that hook us up. Courtney, you're our favorite. Thanks to you guys for always listening in. Thank you, Sir Jake, for always sitting next to me, putting out some amazing horror content, and not being too mean this week.
Yeah, I was pretty nice.
Yeah, you're very nice this week. I appreciate that. Good?
I'm great.
All right. Well, like I said, thank you guys so much for listening to the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name's Josh.
And I'm Jake.
You guys have a great week. And remember, it's hip to be squared.